We made it to the last day of the month. I have back pain like you would not believe. It just started. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I have ibuprofen. I'm going to get ibuprofen. I keep a little bit of ibuprofen in the kitchen. Hang on. I just made my coffee. Got the door open and a window open in the living room. We just had a downpour with flood warning, flash flood warning here in Pennsylvania. I made my coffee, but look at how the humidity is. It's better. It's better than it was a couple hours ago, but it's still there. I'm just going to take an ibuprofen. Last day of the month. That's it. It's over after today. We'll get into August. I was hesitant to put up the video that I just did on talking about the runaway bag, or the what else did I used to call it? The safe flight bag or whatever. Because with my anxiety disorder, I go into fight, flight, or freeze often, multiple times throughout the day and the night. No matter how I look on here for 20 minutes, I'm, out of a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, physically and emotionally, and 10 being wonderful, I'm like a 2 all the time, all the time. I struggle hard with my emotional health and now with my physical health. I was up again last night for 2.5 hours. I went up in the bedroom by, I don't know if it was 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I told George, I said, I can't stay on the first floor of the house. I have to go up in the bedroom. I have to just go up. I have to lay down. I have to just go away from all this space. When I have everything closed up, when the house is all closed up, like it's needed to be for a couple of weeks because of the humidity and the heat, I get worse. And I have not been out of the house, I think I said this yesterday, since Sunday morning, since I got groceries, was the last time I left the house. Now, I know that's not good. I know that's not making me feel any better. And the longer I stay in, the harder it is for me to leave. The plan was tomorrow to go with George for he has a medical test to get done. It's only going to be a 30-minute, and I'll wait in the waiting room. But and then we were going to go to McDonald's, and we were going to meet my old friend for coffee. And I was really looking forward to that. But he texted me this morning and said that he took a fall last night, and he's in his 84th year, and has had multiple falls. And he took a pretty bad fall last night, and he's not going to be able to make it. It looks like he's not going to be able to make it tomorrow. So what we're going to try to do, George and I, is go for his test at 1 o'clock, and then maybe go to the local bookstore if I'm up to it. He's recognizing that I haven't been out, and he knows that's not good. I wonder if I need this light on. That light just, usually I'm putting the light on, but right now the light's bothering me. And the fan's on, and I'm getting chilly. So, so stuff's changing in me. I don't know if it's age. I don't know if it's just the realization of, you know, I keep thinking like, oh my God, I don't want to go through death again. I am so tired of all the loss. There's so much loss. It's just constant. It's just constant. And, but I swear I'm trying. I'm getting stuff done. I'm doing, you know, like the house is clean. The meals are getting done. The bills are getting paid. I'm doing what I need to do. I got a weird shadow, don't I? That's better. But I'm just not okay, and I know I'm not okay, and I pretty much have lost interest in so much. I haven't done my gem art. I still haven't started on that little turtle that I showed you guys weeks ago. There's nothing on it. I can show you. It's in the little cabinet. It's blank. I try to do one of these murder mysteries every now and then. I do a little tiny bit of reading. I'm trying to find an interest even in other people's videos, where I would watch videos and I'm watching like 2 minutes of one and 2 minutes of one, and I'm tired all the time. I'm sleepy. I'm fatigued. I'm overwhelmed. I'm worn. And I think that maybe everything that's happened in the last, Sky got sick in 2020 when COVID hit. I think for the, at least for the United States, I don't know about around the world, but I think 2020 changed a lot of people's lives, a lot. And Sky got sick in 2020 with COVID, and then I got COVID in, what was it, 2023. I got COVID, then he got COVID from me. He was bedridden at that point, and I was his sole care partner. And I got COVID because I was going into the stores to get our groceries and get his meds and get my meds, and I had to do the banking, and you know, and even though I was masked, I still got it. And then he got it a second time, and he got a UTI along with his multiple system atrophy, and I guess I didn't realize it at the time, the toll that it was taking on me every month that went by, every day, every night. And then him dying, and the 6 months I was on my own, and then my son popping in and out, and all of the stress that went with that, and then meeting George, and us getting married, and buying this house, and him selling the house he was in, and putting stuff in storage and doing the move, and there was no end. There was no end in sight. It just kept going and going and going and going and going. And I'm wondering, did everything catch up with me? Everything catch up with me. Because now we've been in this house since February. We've been married more than 6 months. In a couple of weeks, we have our first anniversary of meeting. I've been to the doctor. I had a whole panel of blood work done. Everything came back okay. I stopped the B12 and I stopped the vitamin C. I'm back to just 2 pills, my metoprolol and my Ativan. And then if my stomach really bothers me, like, I don't know, once a week or something, I'll take a Pepsid, a generic Pepsid. But that's not an everyday thing. I have them, but it's not an everyday thing. I took my blood pressure this morning because George and I were talking about the fact that I was having trouble staying awake this morning. My oxygen was at 98%. My heart rate was 88 because I tested it. My blood pressure, well, he took my blood sugar because he has a meter, and my blood sugar was 103. So I wasn't hypo or hyperglycemic. My blood pressure was 83 over 55, over 53, 83 over 53. So my diastolic was 53. I always have low pressure, but that's low even for me. The diastolic is low even for me. My beta blocker, the metoprolol, that lowers your blood pressure a little bit also. I know I'm not anemic. My fingernails are pink as pink can be. My eyelids are pink as pink can be. My iron count was 13 when I just had blood work done. So I'm not anemic. I'm just worn. And I think everything that's happened, everything, and I wonder, do I still have some COVID floating around in me, you know? I even wonder with Sky, with this MSA, was some of what he was going through, 2 rounds of COVID, plus he had Lyme's disease. From like 2016, he got Lyme's disease. And I have to wonder how many things were affecting his body. And so I'm just worn, and I'm losing interest in everything. I haven't been on Messenger. I'm rarely on Facebook. I'm just kind of drifting. And for me, the bag, the runaway bag, the pick up and go bag is something that I did years ago at a time when I felt very, very unsure of where I was in my life. And because I've been through so many really bad relationships, and I've moved a lot. Every time I moved, I mean, even growing up, from when I was a kid, born to when I was 18, I moved with my mom and dad 4 times. From when I was born to when I was 13, we moved 4 times, which might not be a lot, but I was in 4 elementary schools. Anyway, each time I moved, I took less and less with me, until it got to a point where I'm almost afraid to have things at this point, you know? And so I packed this bag one day to just feel like if something happened, that I had essentials at the ready. Might not make sense to anybody, might make sense to somebody. I don't ever plan on ever having to use that bag, but it's like an emotional safety net for me. And it was very strange that it was just like yesterday, like, okay, you've got to pack the bag. And there's no reason here for me to think that. The home is beautiful. My husband is loving and caring and sweet and wonderful, and I don't see that changing. I don't see him changing. He is who he is, and I don't see that. I don't see him becoming something or someone that I can't live with, you know. I think if anything, I'm more scared of living without him. He's in his 70th year. Sky died when he was 71. And Monday we go to the bank to do paperwork on the payable upon death. And when you're like, when it's just a constant in your head, you feel like you can't get away from it, you know. So I think emotionally I'm tanked, I'm tapped out, I'm worn, I'm scared to death of death. I'm even like, I feel overwhelmed with the responsibility of being a homeowner, right? We own this townhome. We're in an HOA. I've never been in an HOA. And that means, you know, $199 goes out every month to the HOA because they cut the grass, because they clean the snow, because they trim the bushes, because everybody's doors match, because it's a private community, but we still get people knocking on our doors asking if we want our windows replaced, or we want our roof replaced, or we want, you know. And then, you know, he has a business. He has a that he would like to phase out, but it's a process. And you know, I'm thinking, like, if something happens to him, if he dies, I don't have a clue how to even navigate that. I really, like, as we went through the winter, we talked a lot about what we were going to do this summer. You know, oh, we're going to go horseback riding. It'd be nice to go bowling. We'll go down the shore. You know, we'll go and walk the waterfalls. We'll go on picnics every week. Like, we had all these grandiose plans, and we move in, and it's like one expense after another, and another expense, and another expense, and all these things need to be taken care of, and you can't, like, to do anything, to do almost anything, costs money, you know. Things like horseback riding and bowling are through the roof. Like, you can't just, you know, go and pay $2 for, you know, an hour of bowling anymore. Like, that doesn't happen. Everything is crazy. My ice is almost all melted. So, other than going on, I think we went on two little picnics. We went to Subway one day because he had a coupon and he had a $2 off on his app. And we got a sandwich and we went. And then, did we do that a second time too? We took iced tea. I don't know if you heard that, and I don't have a clue what that was. But we have neighbors everywhere, so. So that's about it. Like, for the summer, like, that's what we've done. And we're going to try to go to the bookstore tomorrow. I have a gift card for $25 that he gave me. And, you know, we'll look around. I'll look through some magazines. But it's just, something's really wrong. Really wrong. And it's just got to be emotional fatigue. And I'm definitely, I can tell that I've slipped into a very strange sadness or loss of interest. Some people would say depression. No one's been here to see the house. None of his family. My daughter's in Arizona and she's getting ready to start nursing school. And and my son that's on the other side of the state, he's got issues that he needs to work on, that I can't keep being like beaten down with his issues, you know. So, you know, I look at my channel and I see other people struggling too. I don't have, I feel just empty, like empty, like there's nothing, like everything's gone, everything's empty, everything's gone. It's so I'm looking at my channel and I'm looking at, okay, what do I want to do with anything? And I don't have a clue what I want to do with anything. I really don't. I have like zero energy, which, you know, George said, maybe what you need to do every day is just like take an hour nap. And yet I don't want to get into that habit. You know, I don't want to age even faster than I'm aging. I don't know. Does this resonate with anyone? Like, there's a part of me, and I just said this to him a little while ago. There's a part of me that wants this whole circle of people around me, and there's a part of me that wants no one around me, like here physically, you know, because that's going to take energy that I feel like I don't have 1 ounce of to give. Sometimes just taking a deep breath takes work. And yeah, this has got to resonate with someone. There's someone else out there listening to me going, I feel seen, I feel heard. I know it. Like there's no way I'm the only one that's doing this. That I'm not. So tomorrow we roll into August. I don't even know what that's going to feel like. That's like the first stage that I talked about, that first pivotal stage, getting my birthday done and over with, and rolling into that 67th year. And I'm just, yeah. I want to be able to say something to explain what's been happening with me. Like, why is she different? Why is she quiet? Why does she not listen to her voicemails? Or why is she not checked in and engaged? Like, what's wrong? Where did she disappear to? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a clue. Honestly, I don't have a clue. I'm doing what I need to do, like, and keeping things going, and just trying to stay as busy as my body physically allows me to. And then, you know, I make my coffee. It's kind of like my highlight of the day. I feel like if I sat down with someone and had a really deep heart-to-heart, that I would just break down in tears, you know. And nobody wants to hear that. People want to have someone that they can listen to that's uplifting and happy and joyous, and that can bring that energy, that positive energy. I try. Like, I really try. I didn't have the energy today to put contact lenses in. Someone mentioned about my blue eyes. I wear blue tinted lenses sometimes, and when I don't have the energy to put them in, I wear my prescription glasses, and that's one tiny little thing that I'm worn. Like, yeah, I'm just worn. I'm gonna go. Thank you for giving me 25 minutes of your time. Not everybody stays. I get that. 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, people are unsubscribing. I get that too. If it was me, I would unsubscribe to me. Some days I want to unsubscribe to me. Trust me when I say that there are days I want to unsubscribe to me. I just want to unsubscribe. But I'm stuck with me. And I don't much care for the me that I am right now. And I don't see any big changes in the future. I just think that so much has happened and I haven't caught up emotionally. I have not caught up. George has two amazing sisters that I love, a brother-in-law that's amazing. He's got a son in Kentucky that's a wonderful man. I haven't met his brother, George's brother, that's out of state. There's been no communication with him at all. Like, he doesn't know anything. Like, there's nothing. A daughter in Texas that she doesn't, I don't think she really wants to know me. A daughter local that doesn't want to know me. And that's not my doing, that's just how they're feeling. And I totally get it. Plus my own kids, it's just a lot, you know. But I'm gonna go, I'm gonna add some more ice to my coffee. If you're feeling this, if I touched on anything that hit a nerve, put it in the comments. I will get to the comments at some point. And if there's not a video for a while, or there's not a video anymore, that's just why. Because I feel like I don't have anything to give. I feel like the cup is so empty and there's nothing to fill it with. Not a drop of anything to fill a cup. And that's just where I'm at. With all the beauty around me, with all the, it should be perfect. You should be so happy. You are so lucky. You have so much. And boy, I'll tell you, if I could get that in my head, I'd be a lot better off. So I'm going to go for right now. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I'll be back soon and we'll chat. We will chat. But we're rolling into August.